Oh, you look.
As a mentalist.
Get away! Get away! You mentalist. Yeah, I think we're in the final boss.
Are you fighting David Blaine?
Is he a mentalist? Oh no, mentalist is like it's an old Victorian thing, isn't it? Yeah, for like.
We're in the final boss territory, guys. I think I can do this. I think we can bang this out in one night. Which is what 20 hostiles. Yes.
Which is what you tell your lovers? Was that going to be?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
20
say.
hostiles. Don't say
No,
that to
no,
all
what he
your
tells me
lovers.
is we can bang this out in one night.
That's what. Look.
It would be really weird if you were getting into bed and just like, can you imagine getting ready to have sex with somebody and they just go, 20 hostiles. Like, how do you deal? What does that mean? Like, where do you take that?
I have dated angsty teenagers when I was also a teenager.
I mean, unless you're making love in Hellman Province.
Yeah, right. I'm happy to go on record and say if anyone uses the word hostiles during sex, I'm fucking out. I'm done.
Out, yeah.
I'm finished.
Yeah, that's fair. You enjoy it that much.
Yeah, it's like my penis can only get so erect.
now here we go. So like, remember like, at the start of the game, there were two guys here who were like setting up for his party.
Oh, here we are.
This is the party. Alex, look, this guy's like monster sale. So he's got his Titan formula. I'm gonna go confront him. I've got the antidote, but like obviously we're gonna fuck these guys up first. But like now that I have triple batarangs, observe, whapa!
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
All right,
And
Chandler.
then straight up again. What?
Whapa.
Alright. I said that was pretty cool. You're like, alright, Chandler. I was like, sorry, I didn't realise that was a Matt LeBlanc line. Sorry, the other Matt.
Matthew Perry.
Yeah, that's the one. In my defence, they're very similar white men.
Oh, that's it. Oh no.
No, it's not, because two of them are still alive and threatening to
Kicking.
kick the shite out of you.
Look. I'm doing fine, okay?
Keep telling yourself that, bud.
Motherwell Mall over here.
I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am Batman.
I'll fucking hammer you, big man.
I get it.
Why'd you make it sound so sexual, Doctor?
Well, this is the Motherwell Mall thing. Like, literally, the guy who physically plays Darth Maul, Ray Park, is from Motherwell.
I wish there was a button that I could go up and close, like, unlock these doors. But I get an achievement.
Yeah, so you know
I get an achievement if I fight them all. And I'm going to fight them all.
Yeah, it's achievement for spoiling the spirit of the thing. Many, I know they're not because I've literally checked, but many of these voices do sound like they could be John DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio?
I think
John
big,
DiMaggio.
Big, gravelly voices.
Yeah, just, come on! Big New York sounding gravelly voice. Well, there's a lot of overlap there anyway. Like, Gotham is canonically in America, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, did I lose my combat multiplier over that?
You did, yeah.
That's some bullshit because the game fucked me.
I think I referenced this very early on, but yeah, the name Gotham actually comes from, it was an old name for Nottingham.
I get hit.
That Gotham was basically Old English for like shitty town, and they used it to refer to Nottingham, and then it was used again in reference to that to talk about how shitty New York was, and how New York was basically a microcosm for how wank America was by colonial Brits. So calling New York Gotham was like a fuck you to the Americans, which is where it comes from originally.
That's pretty cool. I know that Arkham is a direct reference to Lovecraft.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
It's explicit.
Yeah.
Like because he talks about Arkham's a town, I think, in Lovecraft.
Arkham, Massachusetts, yeah.
Now, we're back in the psychological horror
I-
thing, so we'll just appreciate this as I go forward.
Yeah, sorry, I was just about to go into a Lovecraft rant of like, literally, the older I get and the more stuff of Lovecraft I read, the more I actually appreciate what he's doing as a writer, but the more I'm like, God, this guy was such a fucking prick.
He was.
Like, I really wish that so much of the groundwork that Lovecraft laid was laid by literally anyone else.
We'll do a positive story, then we'll get into the conclusion of this game, because I think we're final boss territory now.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, fun story about Lovecraft. There is an H.P. Lovecraft like creative fiction writing award that they give to like scholars or like kind of undergraduate students, I think, in Massachusetts. And a couple of years ago, there was a black lady who won it. I mean, power to her. But like, she wouldn't accept the award because she was like, well, Lovecraft was a profound racist, and the award comes with like a bust of his head. And she's like, I'm
She's
not-
absolutely
Don't want
right
that.
to.
Yeah, and she was absolutely right to be like, actually, I don't want the face of a racist in my house.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
wouldn't accept the award, even though it
A
comes
man
from-
who had a fucking cat called...
Yeah,
I'm not even going to say
we
it.
can't
Yeah,
say
but
it.
you can look up the name of his cat, which he inserted into his fiction, by the way.
All the fucking time, yeah.
But
Yeah.
power to
It's-
this lady who was like, you know what, fuck that guy.
It's so,
Yeah.
like...
But regrettably, Batman Lord does draw the name of Arkham Asylum from his fiction.
And not just the name, but there's definitely Lovecraftian draw and a lot of any superhero stuff, but it's like, fuck, it's
Grim.
bad that it's like, very few genres have so clear of a case of this person is the person who popularized this genre, but also this person is fucking awful.
Yeah. In any case, shall we move on to the final phase of this game?
Let's go for it.
So there's a couple of big fights coming. I think there's going to be some shotting. Do you want to set some parameters for the shotting?
Oh, dear
you
God.
want to, as you're the one who both is playing and knows this game.
I think you guys can decide that as I make my way up this corridor.
I think we should enjoy the game and not do any shots. Except maybe at the end.
Wrong!
Right. Here we go. So,
Okay, well, we're out of Cointreau, so you need a different shot.
I got whiskey here. Bourbon. I should
when
say.
you die,
Yes.
I will take a shot of the peach stuff. Don't
Right.
die, you fucker. But,
Oh, the doctor's back. So interestingly, Sprite, the doctor's backing me.
yeah, that's basically what this is coming for. It's actually like, I think you're not wank at this game?
That's probably the most
I'm
positive
actually-
thing you've said.
I'm shit at this game. Or I used to be.
That's good, let's not go that far. Right?
So, I won't lie, like 13 years and about 20 units of alcohol ago, I was shit hot at this game.
Right, will you pass me the grenade of peach stuff?
No.
Tell you what, I accept your terms, Doctor, and we'll
It's on.
proceed on that basis.
You need to
I'll
get up,
I'll
Doctor.
get the
Go.
grenade of peach stuff.
Here we go.
Despite the fact I've already got half a boot.
Are you ready for like one of the
Ah,
best?
semi-boot they call it. No, wait. You're the editor, so your rule is law.
We got a really good gotcha moment coming up, so here we go. We got this.
Are you excited, Bats? I mean, we've been building up to this point all night. Don't tell me you've not been looking forward to it. I know I have. Surprise!
Hey!
It's actually Mark Hamill.
Everyone always said I should be in television.
How is he doing this with the
You don't want to miss this.
Great skin.
really.
Clever recording.
I mean, he is Joker.
10,
It's like the episode of Doctor Who, Blink.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Back up. That's gonna explode.
7654.
I don't think I can do.
Would you say Blink is the best episode of Doctor Who?
It
Recent
might-
Doctor Who.
It might be either that or The Lonely God.
Which one was that?
It's the one with the Minotaur.
Oh yeah, that was very good. That was Capaldi, wasn't it? Was that still Matt Smith?
Smith.
It was late Matt Smith. That one was really good. Sprite's not got that far yet.
I like isolated episodes of Doctor Who. Like,
Yeah.
I think it works better as episodic rather than like.
We're watching through
epic
at the
science
moments from the
Ooh,
start,
okay.
and we're, I think, verging on the ends of the Sprite's limits of
No.
knowledge of Doctor Who.
An interesting thing is happening here. Like, you notice how we played the whole game in third person, now we're going first, and now we're back to the cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't surprise.
Oh, Titans, we got a big
I
fight coming up.
guess people have probably estimated this over the last 9 years, but shockingly, I quite like Doctor Who. It's where my username comes from. Fucking shockingly. Also,
gonna-
that's
he's gonna-
awful. I hate it.
I love Batman.
I thought it came from wanting to have a gender-neutral title.
That too. I mean, obviously,
That's the Scarface puppet. Like, that was
obviously,
in the-
gender-neutral titles don't matter to men because, if anything, it only makes me weaker.
Will you stop diminishing this with your social commentary and let me fight the Joker? Social commentary is important.
Spoil everything.
Just not when it gets in the way
Hang
of you
on,
and your
hang
fun.
Exactly. Classic white man, am I right?
Slapping around
May as well be a footballer.
by the way, and ruining all my lovely venom plans.
We have got
Over, Joker.
Over, Joker.
Conroy's voice is brilliant.
Yeah.
Dark Knight.
My dear delusional Dark Knight is a really good line.
And Hamill's going fucking hell for love.
I know.
It's-
Conroy levels up as well in the final conflict. Right, let's do this. 2 Titan
I-
bosses.
right.
We've done this before.
I'm going to throw out here and say I think this game wouldn't work anywhere near as well as it didn't were it not for the pre-existing chemistry between
Hamill
and Conroy?
Conroy, absolutely. It's
Like-
why the
scenes like this work because they built this up over a fucking
Gosh.
decade, basically.
No, I think the game could stand on its own, but I think it's improved. It is improved.
I think could, but they do carry it. Not carry it, not in the way that it would be shit without it, but a huge amount of heavy lifting is done by the voice cast.
They add some amazing icing to that fucking
Exactly,
sexy
and
cake.
because they've been doing this for so long.
That's the stated goal of the game, though, right? It's to replicate the look and feel of the animated series and like get the cast back together and also like capture that core demographic.
It's interesting the extent to which they clearly went in hard on the original series. Like that, I think, influences the art design. It's clearly they very much decided we want these voice actors.
This isn't the series, though. This is based very much off of Arkham Asylum, the graphic novel.
But like, I think
When was that?
I think it draws inspiration from a lot of Batman sources. Like,
I mean,
as we
frankly,
discussed
if you're gonna say, as they did early in development, by the way, to make this work, we need Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill and what's the name who did Harley Quinn? And they wanted what's the name? Paul Dini.
Paul Dini. Paul Dini's the writer.
Yeah, like they clearly
Went for a style aesthetic.
and they acknowledge the extent to which the animated series is important at this thing. Like obviously, I assume nothing until this point and had tried to actually adapt the Arkham Asylum.
I don't know. I go into this in my dissertation because
comic.
Go on. So the animated series was part of a big wave of things, including like New Disney, so like Little Mermaid, that kind of shit that I love, are all very heavily reliant on the success of reimagining Batman and the animated series.
Like, sorry, just slow you down here. You said Little Mermaid?
Yeah, so Disney had gone through a bit of
of animation in the early 90s.
Disney had gone through a bit of a dark period, and then they went, right, we'll go back to animated films, but how do we make it work?
And that was based on...
Not based on, but they saw like the success of the animated series of reviving Batman.
Which had a fraction of the budget that Disney had.
When was Batman the animated series? I think it was in mid to late 90s.
No.
Earlier than that?
I think it starts in 92.
I think it starts in...
Check. You two are supposed to be my fact checkers.
Yeah, no.
Embarrassingly, I wrote about this in my dissertation.
I was gonna say, yeah, you should know this.
Yeah. Get fucked.
If I should know this, it's only from you. No, not typhus. Fuck off.
That's what killed Alexander the Great, allegedly.
What?
Typhus. Is what
92.
killed.
Oh, I was thinking of typhus, the head of the fucking Death Guard. But there we go. That's what my phone wanted to go for.
Oh, he got me.
Typhus, the first captain of the Death Guard.
Captain
Is it Death Guard?
It is
Death Guard, yeah.
Ow.
Sorry, my causality is wrong, but Little Mermaid was 89 and Batman the Animated Series was 92.
That's still that's much earlier than I thought, actually.
Interestingly, like, Little Mermaid came out the year the Berlin Wall came down.
Like, Little Mermaid, I always knew Little Mermaid was the first of, like, the kind of, like, our era's Disney Renaissance. I always forget how early it was. I always think of that era as kind of starting with like Lion King, Aladdin, that was like 1991.
Aladdin's very close to Little Mermaid though.
But it's still 19 or 91. Like 89 feels somehow early, significantly earlier. Aladdin, I think, is later. Anyway.
No, 93, 94 for Aladdin.
Yeah.
So as we are.
Disney.
Oh, Commissioner Gordon is here. Didn't he get off the island on a boat?
Yeah, but they grabbed him.
Yeah, I assume it did seem like your man who took off the
Wait. Took some titans right to the chest.
Batman! Get away! Here we go! We're gonna have some fun now, kiddies! You're trying to resist the change! That's not fair! Come on, get in!
That's it. Hit him!
So, you want to play hardball, bats, do you? Your call. Pickle. Oh, you're ruining my big night! Months of planning down the crapper.
So he has the
I
antidote.
just wanted to bring down your grim facade and for once
Christ,
let
Hamill is
you
just
see
fucking
the
going for
world
He's chewing the
as I
cigarette.
see
You
it,
love it.
giggling in a corner and bleeding. But you've denied me even that. I have nothing to live for.
That's the Titan Venom, though. There it is.
Oh, he's going full fucking... Yeah, I think that the Disney Racing, as this says, starting with 92 to 94, which is Aladdin and the Lion King. But officially it starts with...
definitely the Mermaid.
Officially it starts with Mermaid in 1989, and then 90 to 91 is Rescuers Down Under and Beauty and the Beast.
I mean, like...
But the Rescuers has already happened.
I think that's...
Rescuers Down Under.
Fuck that. That's not a big production. Also, like, Little Mermaid opens with literally the words, like, part of your world. In the year the wall comes down. Come on.
I feel like Beauty and the Beast was probably the...
Also, are you watching this shit? Because here we go.
Here we...
Look at that!
Here we fucking go.
Bane Joker. Joker Bane.
Boker. That's what we did. Vomit man. That's much funnier
Look at
if
the
you're...
exposed ribs. Look at that.
Calling him Boker is much better if you're Scottish.
Let's fight him. Right? I think I can do this in the first try. I really think I can do it.
2 freaks in a fight to the death.
3 pints of Tennant says you can't.
Post it up right now, viewership. Do you think the Bard can beat this motherfucker?
Fight me, you little bitch.
I think I can. Let's do it.
Just so you know, I'm not drinking the contents of this boot because I will. My stomach isn't.
Oh,
it isn't.
Look, that looks rad though.
He looks a bit messy.
I love that he's like goading Batman to like just embrace the Titan.
He's always doing that. He's always trying to embrace Bruce's craziness.
Shock!
Look,
Joker
he could have infected Joker, and he used that himself because he thinks he can still beat him, and I fucking can.
The Joker goading Batman, wild.
But like,
that's because he's him from the future, and he just wants him to embrace inevitability.
For the context of this game, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a thing.
He's very like, as you say, Sprite, like. The difference between the Joker and the Batman is purely philosophical and not a huge gulf of philosophy.
Yep.
Like, whilst they are on completely different sides, their viewpoints are actually a hair's breadth actually distant. Hence why so much / most of the Joker's effort is actually spent trying to convert Batman, because actually
spines.
It's a relatively short bit of effort to get a huge reward of turning the Batman.
And importantly, Joker thinks he's right.
Yeah,
Joker
absolutely.
really believes that he is correct. And he needs people
and
to agree with him.
everything we see of Batman says that's perhaps not
necessarily wrong.
Yeah. Like, we always know Batman is on the edge of this shit anyway.
Of sanity.
Yeah. Of like, again, there's the reason why the whole "you're as crazy as me, bats" is a thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's weight behind that, certainly.
But it's the epitome of, we're not so different, you and I.
It's probably, I think, genuinely, the Joker and Batman is probably the best implementation I could think of we're not so different, you and I.
Which is weird, because like there's no iconographical, like, or folklore reason for like bats and clowns to be a thing. Like, there's no connection.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, knights and Saracens, or like,
yeah,
you know, Robin Hood versus the
no, but they're both people who've
whatever.
Lost full grasp of reality.
But it's not like a folklore connection, but like it's become
doesn't need to be
a part of mythology.
Yeah.
Really. Oh, hang on. Oh, I know how to do this. Come here, you little dick. Stop playing in the crowd. Fight me!
Yeah, we're not so different, you and I, is one of those things where, like, if it's just used as a trope, it's shit.
Get him, Bruce.
But actually,
get him, Bruce.
Again, like, we've hammered the home. Oh, I've hammered the home point. We've hammered the point home over tonight, but Batman works in a lot of ways by like having this thing of like all of the major Batman villains are there to shine a light on the shitty parts of Batman.
Yeah,
and like that's what We're Not So Different, You and I is about, is revealing that actually it's a surprisingly thin line that separates the hero from the villain. But the important thing is whatever moral codes or whatever the fuck make the hero stay on the side of good and whatnot. But with Batman, I think that's if anything, that's even more tenuous.
Tenuous?
Tenuous.
Pipe.
Uh-oh.
I love that when he hits a pipe, like, my vision blurs. It's just a nice little touch that makes this game so fucking
I fucking
good.
hate that in 7 Days to Die, though.
That's because you suck at some dishes, right?
Fuck you.
You can kill Chris the pig as anywhere near as I can do. What?
Oh, that's an pipe.
Doctor's throwing down shade.
Because I'm real good at that game.
I'm surrounded by people who are better at that game than I am.
That's why you don't invite me to play with you and your friends.
No, it's because we don't like you.
Wow, get fucked.
Will you stop with your weird, like, relationship conflicts and watch me
No.
play this amazing game? Thank you.
Have you tried
You're
being,
amazing.
Have you tried
I
being
saw
better?
that punch. Wow.
I'm
Fantastic.
not asking you to support me. Just, like, do Batman commentary because I can't at the moment because I'm busy winning. Oh, shit.
I've been trying. I'm trying as hard as I can, but the sprite's not picking up what I'm throwing down.
No comment.
Get him down. That's what snaps his neck.
Well, see, that's the thing, like, let's, for the purpose of the example, let's throw up the Green Goblin, who's very big on the "you're not so different, you and I, Spider-Man," but I feel like there's a hell of...
We are scientists.
I feel like there's a hell of a lot more in common between the Joker and Batman as there is between, say, Batman and the Goblin.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's because the Joker he's unpredictable in a way that Batman is methodical. They are
But that's
two sides of the same coin.
Well, that's the interesting thing here, that, like, in so many ways the Joker is counter-opposing, but he makes that work by it being... He is the shadow to Batman's light, in a sense of he exists as a negative purely because Batman is a thing.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the time, we're not so different, you and I, as they...
We both want the same thing,
Exactly.
but I'm just brave enough.
Our goals are the same, but our methods are different, and like that's what, say, as an example, Black Panther does. Is its thing is like, literally, our goals are surprisingly similar, but we differ in methods, and it's only the difference in methods that makes us, as a viewer, brand one as the villain.
Yeah.
Compared to the other. Whereas here, it's like, you know what? The more you think about Batman, the more you're like, actually, maybe he is the. He's not the villain, but he's not... It's a bit icky. Definitely.
Yeah, philosophy. We're going to punch him in the face now.
Wow.
He's not so different, but I'm still going to kick him in the
He's not
chest.
so different, blah, blah, bunch of nerd shit, yeah.
I mean, like, usually this is a philosophical discussion I'd like to engage with, but I'm trying to win this final boss battle.
You can try to be better at the game.
I mean, I'm winning right now.
I'd like to see you do better, Doctor.
In fairness, that's not going to happen, because I've had... 1, 2, 3, 4...
The same amount of alcohol as the Bard.
I think I'm in final...
12 cans of Tenants.
I think I'm in final phase here. You want, like, put a shot in my hand. Do it right now.
Would you say this isn't even his final form?
This is not even my final form. Put a shot in my hand. I'll do it whilst I'm beating the game.
Fucking
Do it.
Freezer over here.
I'm not even.
Doctor, he's
I am
asked
not
for a
even
shot.
joking. Do it. Put it in my hand. I'll do this one-handed.
Right.
He wants whiskies on his side.
He wants whiskey, does he?
He does want whiskey. Always.
Where is his whiskey that he
Oh,
wants?
look at this thing as I continue beating up these fools.
Oh,
Much as like the Doctor is a fool himself. Look at that. Smash, smash, punch him, take down that guy. 22 combat meter. Oh, explosions, and then.
you trust me, don't you, Bud?
Of course I do.
Cool. Suck this down, then.
Yeah, only one-handed.
No whammy, no whammy.
You're taking a
played.
lot of damage there, Bard.
I know I have.
Honk.
But it was worth it for that shot of
Gentleman Jack.
Jesus, Gentleman Jack, this is the posh stuff. Christ.
Yes.
Nice.
Didn't realise you were made of money. Fuck me.
It's worth it.
That's just because we're poor at the moment.
And also, whiskey is not worth it. But Gentleman Jack I've also heard is good. I'm not going to drink it, but
It's really good, actually. Like,
Yeah.
It's demonstrably better than regular Jack.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's a thing. That's literally it. Sorry, I didn't realise you worked for Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
That's it. Take him down. Neck break. Stone.
There was a young man from Nottingham who tried to cross the
river.
What a dope!
He
He
threw
tripped
the
on a
rope.
rope.
Now
look at him shiver.
That's it. Take him down. Take him down. Take him down. Gotham.
Gotham also did Nottingham.
Oh shit! He saw me.
You bore me too.
There we go. Here, come on. What you got? Is this it? Is this all it? This is all you can conjure, Joker man?
Is this it, Sarah? Oh, fucking. I do love theatre so much.
Yeah, me too.
I was gonna say it's a shame he dies, but that's the point.
Because theatre.
Because he's shite until then.
Fuck you.
He needs the redemption arc.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he does.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, Lord of the Rings needs one of 2 positive characters to actually die.
I think I'm gonna get this. That's
Is
it.
this
Come
it,
on, come
Saruman?
on.
I believe
Come
in you,
on
Bard.
down, come on down, Joker.
Is this all you can conjure?
Shocking!
Oh, fucking Sean Connery over here, Christ.
Get him back. Shocking. Get him back.
Shocker.
Oh, my phone's falling out of the craft.
Look how horrifying that image is.
Yeah.
Explosive gel on the fist.
The old Explodo fist.
Get him back.
Who doesn't love an exploder fist?
Get
You
him,
also
get
won't
him, Kevin!
But you also
Oh!
The problem is you won't also make him lose either. That's the problem with you, Bats, you fanny.
Just let Kevin Conroy do his thing, please.
Well, you got 2 achievements called Big Bang and Bigger Bang, which
better
is a good
believe it.
sign.
That's it. Look at his mangled right hand.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I can imagine this ends worse for the Joker.
I think I just got this.
I think
I think I
I'm fine, Barbara. The GCPD finally has control of the asylum.
Yep, fair play.
Cheers.
They're treating the injured.
first try.
Looks like it'll take some
First
time.
try.
All super criminals are back in custody.
Oh, there's Ivy. Back into her
Sexy
cell.
bitch.
Yep, you know it.
Venom-enhanced inmates are returning to normal.
Do you want
Low percent-
something to celebrate?
Absolutely.
Do you want a drink? Shots?
Always.
Like, what are we talking? Would you like some peach shite?
I think we were going to do a post-credits viewership, but like we
Oh,
are.
we still will, definitely,
I have
absolutely.
fucking crushed that final.
That was genuine. Like,
not
right,
even
right.
It was never even in danger.
but there is no way I can say this isn't going to make me sound like an absolute arsehole who had no faith in you. You've been genuinely really good.
Thank you.
You've been really good at this game.
Oh, the Batwing swinging in.
I guess partly it's just because, like, we normally play games either that you're not very good at or that you hate, or both. This was neither.
Yeah.
So, let's dissect.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
It's a nice. Hey, cheers! Like, hey,
That's definite Sin City.
sprites.
Yeah.
Doctor, there we go.
So, I'll start off, I think, as the person who's experienced the least of this game. As someone who is... So, I'm a Batman fan, but I'm not a comics person and stuff like that. First off, the actual, like, game design and gameplay of this was super solid.
It's just, yeah.
Like, this was, for me, a really... Like, Metroid games suffer for a lack of plot and direction. This was mechanically a Metroid game, but with really good plot direction. Part of that is, you know, you're set in a world that you already know. You don't have to pitch these characters a huge deal. But even so, it's done really well.
Because arguably, like, the weakness of, like, a Castlevania Metroid game is,
Yeah.
like, you know the protagonist and...
Exactly, yeah.
But, like, there's so much you can graft onto this. You can graft
Yeah.
Arkham, you can graft the city of Gotham, you can graft Joker and Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze.
I think it
and
did
Bane
really well
and-
for, like, I was surprised by actually how little of this game is, technically speaking, cutscenes and storytelling.
Yeah, this game is exceptional.
Most of this game is you doing gameplay stuff.
Yeah.
Really.
And
which is really good.
And we should acknowledge, like, it is linear, but the sprite pointed this out very early on in the series. Like, linear games aren't bad. It's just
No.
like they're telling a particular story, and I embodying the Batman and playing through
Yeah,
it.
like you've got... It's open world in a sense of, like, you've got an area where sometimes you do a bit of backtracking and you could do... Obviously, were we 100% getting all the Riddler trophies, blah, blah, blah. You
Which
could
I
do it
have
more.
done. Which I have done, by the way.
Which would have been much longer.
Sorry,
It's very laborious.
your check's in the post, don't worry.
Thanks.
You
But
sarcastic arsehole.
no, I have thoroughly enjoyed this game. Sprite, you?
I fucking love it.
Yeah,
I
you
love
would,
spooky shit. I love Batman.
I've
had so much fun.
It gets like
It's
I
all
will say,
solid.
and its atmosphere. It gets perfectly. It sets out with a very specific task when it comes
It has
to
different
atmosphere.
kind of tasks, different kind of roles, different kind of fight styles. It's all in there and it's great.
We haven't discussed it, but like it's never clear at what point in time the game takes place, and like it's
It
testament.
doesn't need to,
Exactly.
I guess,
it's
yeah.
testament to how good the game mechanics are. That it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Because like this could be like 1950s Batman with like science fiction tech. It could be like 2010 Batman with retro tech. It doesn't
It's
matter.
its own little isolated thing, yeah.
It's in the Batman time frame, like wherever you imagine that being.
So you haven't played this game for about a decade.
No,
but you've
honestly,
sat down
no.
and played through the entire game today.
What-
Genuinely, any criticisms?
Yes. So like some of the movement is clunky, especially the gliding is clunky. Like Batman doesn't like latch on to things that he ought to latch on to, which they do correct in the sequel, and which is good. There are some conspicuous absences from the road gallery, but like they also correct that in the sequel. Like Hugo Strange, Two-Face, Ra's al Ghul, they all turn up in the sequel. But like obviously they had limited.
I guess you can't go fucking nuts.
No, and like as we spoke about on this very recording session, that they could only do so many villains, and they wanted to tie them into Joker's motivation, and like I understand that, but like the only criticisms are like time, really. Like if you want to make like a 70,000 hour Batman game, put all the villains in.
This was a 2-year dev time, which is pretty fucking of a shock.
It's very impressive. Yeah. Especially like, the environment
for a team of 40 people. Yeah,
it's absolutely incredible. The environment changes. The voice cast is absolutely outstanding. I think most of the budget went in the voice cast, to be honest.
It's been a real solid game, I must say. Like, if I were to pick like one term to sum this game up, it would be solid.
Yeah.
Like if you enjoy Batman, you will enjoy this, regardless of kind of where you stand on this type of game or stuff like that.
Even if you're not a Batman fan, like you could this could be your entry point to Batman.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You did philosophy. The Doctor in no way said you had to be a Batman fan for it. Just if you're a Batman fan, it's going to tick a box.
No,
you're the worst.
No, you are correct, Sprite. Like, do you want to
don't encourage her?
Do you want to elaborate, Sprite?
So it's a perfectly good version of a game. So the Doctor has views when I say something is just inherently good. So some media is just good. Some media is
the phrase
niche.
you use is objectively good, which
Yeah,
is
they
a
are just,
problem.
and this is just an objectively good game. There can be reasons you won't like it, but they're personal. You can't. Very few people can pick bones with it. They're legit.
I guess that's exactly what I'm going for when I say solid. It's just like you can criticize this and you can pick holes in it, but at its core, it's pretty fucking good.
It's just a good game.
Hence,
really
solid is what you would probably call objectively good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would absolutely.
You've seen it all before, haven't you? Right, this game.
Yes.
Well,
still as good this late in the day.
We all know my memory is shocking, so most of it was kind of new to me.
See, that's why I'm specifically asking, because I know that's a problem.
Because like, there's one or two bits where I'm like, oh, I remember this bit, but most of it is like, oh, I don't know what happens there. Oh, that happens. Yes. I love it. It's just a very solid game.
It's a solid game, and it's a solid take on Batman.
And the story, as every good Batman story should, the story develops organically around the villains.
Yeah.
Yes.
Batman reacts to what the villains are doing, and then he overcomes this
He's
challenge.
there, but he's not. Yeah.
Like Batman is Batman's rad, right? We all love Batman. We want to win, but like the villains do something, and then he does a Batman thing to overcome the villain. And
it's the Zelda thing of like
that
Link isn't, for example, like no one is like rooting for Link as a character inherently. Like Link is only defined by the struggles that he faces, and Batman is very similar in a lot of ways, where it's just like. This is a character who he's not a full on Batman is not a full on silent protagonist like how Link is, but also he isn't. He's the fixed point, and the story is shaped around him.
Even though, like, lots of people empathise with Batman's villains, very understandably. Like, I mean, like, we spent the whole game talking about how, like, we kind of want Poison Ivy to win, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I mean, it's not a bad thing. See, if Joker wins, he tears down Gotham City, which is a horrible capitalist project. And also, Harley's rad. Like, this is the beauty of Batman is, like, we love him, but, like, also, if one of his rogues gallery took him out, we wouldn't care. Like, we love his rogues gallery. Everyone loves his
There's a lot of
gallery.
nuance, which is very rare nowadays, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's in some ways it's almost hard to imagine a mythos as rich as Batman emerging at the moment.
It just it grafts this really solid Batman mythos onto like a dynamite combat system, a solid stealth system, a really good map. It's just all of it's great from top to bottom. Solid.
I can see why. I understand what they would have gone for, but I can see why they didn't go for a more open Gotham in the first game.
Oh, but they do.
They do later.
But the point is,
first game
that could have been a real miss in the first game. I mean, I'm glad. I think they constrained themselves to Arkham. Yeah. They built this specific environment that works really well. Like you've got the croc tunnels, you've got the arboretum, you've got the fucking medical places. Like you've got all these places that are clearly built up and defined. You don't need a city for that. They were good to actually rein themselves in a bit in that. And clearly they've gone nuts in the sequel, which does that.
The sequel is wild.
Anyway,
by the way, if you want us to play the sequel, because fucking hell, I would do that in a heartbeat.
By us, we mean the Bard.
The more to play it, me and the sprite will sit here and get pissed because it's a hard job, but someone's got to do it, I guess.
We will talk about it, but like the sequel does like polish lots of these things, and it does expand the universe. It brings in all the villains we've talked about that didn't appear in this game. Like it's a solid sequel. Like it's one of these things. Like for video games, this is like the video game equivalent of The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2. Like you can go back and forth and back and forth. Like one is brilliant, one elevates. Is it better? Is it worse? You can tell us. Go and play them yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I've always said that Arkham Asylum and Arkham... Oh, right. One final time, I think, but Kevin Conroy.
To Kevin Conroy.
Which is, fair play. He's
anchors the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, he does nail both Batman and Bruce.
Yeah,
Conroy.
And it's really interesting how this game got that across. A game that you don't see Bruce really at all.
No, that changes in the sequel as well.
Yeah.
But yes,
but you get the feel of Bruce Wayne through some of the Scarecrow flashbacks, you feel Batman as a character, which is not easy to do because it's really easy to make Batman feel fucking hollow, but this game gives him a character, I think,
we
quite
talked
well.
about that though, like Batman can feel invincible because like he's Batman, right? But like see when you're in the Killer Croc tunnels, when he's doing the detective vision, when he can't figure out how am I going to crack this problem, how am I going to break into this safe?
Yeah,
Conroy just we lost him and it's very sad.
I think they got on that note, I think they got the level of the puzzles, I think, was pitched really well in this.
Yeah. I mean, it helps that I know the solution to most of them. But even so,
you have to think a little bit, and it's like, you get this thing of like, obviously, this is the world's greatest detective, he can figure this out. But like, I imagine...
After 13 years.
Yeah, but like, I guess like...
PhysX.
Well, PhysX is Nvidia's thing.
I know.
I can't believe we smashed this out in one night.
I can.
Much significantly faster than howlongtobeat.com suggested.
Yeah.
They said 12 hours and we have done 9, which is pretty good.
Jesus
the Bard.
We've been here for 9 hours, we just haven't put any effort in.
You know what? It's actually a very good point to invite you guys in. So viewership, tell us in the comments, what do you think? Like, did we go too quickly? Did we like talk over a lot of dialogue? The dialogue is dynamite, and we did try and get through it like for your viewing pleasure. But
boy, do we talk!
Yeah, we do talk a lot. And I think,
not you, Sprite. Don't worry. No one was aiming that criticism at you. Don't worry.
We think we've had good chat. But tell us in the comments, viewership. What do you think? Was this a good series? Like, do you want me out of the chair, the Doctor back in? Tell us in the comments. We would love for you to chip in because we're going. Oh, post-credit sequence. Here we go.
I wonder what's going to emerge.
It's
Titan.
Bane for it.
Bane. Please be Bane.
Oh, it's Croc!
Oh, shit, I thought it was
There's actually 3 alternate endings.
You never defeated Croc.
Yeah.
So I guess, you don't actually physically fight Croc, yeah.
No, you don't. Like, there's actually, like, several alternate endings. Like, Scarecrow's hand can pop out, or Bane's hand can pop out, or Croc's hand can go. I think it's completely
that's actually
random.
really cool.
There's also like a whole challenge mode. Like I've got a Batman armored suit now where I look cooler. Like there's all these like challenges, some of which I've unlocked, some of which I would have to.
Bard, nothing could make you look cooler.
That sounds positive, but that's actually a fuck you.
Could be either way.
No, I
the fact is, you look fucking shite and
I've
deal
never,
with it.
I mean, I've never felt better, but like. Apparently, we're keeping recording. I'm gonna like do some fighting while we keep talking about all
Why
this.
not?
Sewer back.
So Sprite, we should get more of your thoughts on the game, I think, because like I feel the Doctor and I have like spoken a bit too much. What do you think of the whole game?
Well, you'd already seen this, hadn't you?
I'd already seen it. I just really like it. Obviously, it's not Prince of Persia, but it's pretty fucking close in terms of amazingness, and it's just really nice to see.
I think. How do you think this game does in terms of like nailing the Batman feel?
Excellent, but Kevin Conroy kind of carries that.
But also translating that into gameplay.
Excellent. It's as close as you're going to get, in my opinion. I remember the second game having a lot more Riddler shit in it.
Yes, Riddler's a much larger character in the second.
Yeah.
This, I think, gets the fact that obviously, as we've discussed to an extent, Batman knows martial arts, he can fight well, but actually, genuinely, I've been pleasantly surprised by how well it does like the detective shit.
Yeah. It's a really good blend. It's really nice.
It's not just comparing this to, say, Dynasty Warriors or one of these kind of games where you were just beating through a load of opponents.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. you are fighting guys, but it's like
There is the combat.
Yeah, you have the puzzles that maybe work for it, and also you have puzzles in the form of these stealth encounters where you need to not fuck things up.
Also, Doctor, you definitely need to make some more progress.
Dude, I genuinely didn't think we'd be finishing this soon. Like, I'll be honest, I've got half a boot left because the bard is better than I thought. I will say it there out loud and we have it on record.
I think that means you have to chin it.
If I chin this, I will spew it up immediately. This is 1.5 liters of fluid. My gut is not that big. I'll level with you.
I'll get you a bucket.
Like I'm still recovering from the Bard's annual drinking Olympics.
That was ages ago.
Yeah.
Still, fuck me.
Let's not talk about that. In any case, viewership, I think. Have we said all we want to say with this?
I think so, yeah.
I'm going to quit back to the title, mind you, I think.
Yeah,
we'll end on Moody Batman because, let's bookend this.
Yeah, I mean, I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this.
It's been a lot of fun.
This was terrific. Let us know what you think in the comments, viewership, but, we have had a ball with this. Tell us what you think. We love you. Have a good night. I, of course, have been the Bard.
And I've been the Sprite.
Take care. Have a good night. Not a dark night.
I was going to say, but you got there funny.
I got there funny.
I just said you got there funnier because not only did you get there faster, it was also funnier. So you got there funnier.
Do you want to close that again?
No. You can't top that.
Okay.
You just
thank you very much and good night.
There's a reason why I hired you. Good day.
Just bye.